Luiz Otávio, direto aqui do Salto by Southwest, pro Zonacurva e pro Shows. E a gente está com um grande prazer de estar com a banda Tuzlove. Eu vi um show deles ontem, o primeiro show que eu vi deles. Eles já são meio que uma lenda no Brasil, né? Ficaram 3 shows ano passado que foram muito bem recebidos. E claro que a galera queria muito ouvir deles, comunicar a banda agora no momento. Thank you so much for the interview. I want to ask each one of you to say your name, your instrument, and how did each of you begin playing your instruments and develop this interest in music?
My name is Lu Racine. I play drums in Thus Love. I actually have not been drumming for that long. I learned drums for this band. My first instrument was bass. Been playing bass like my whole life, but yeah, have not been drumming for that long. And it's really awesome.
I'm Echo Mars. I play guitar and sing in Thus Love. I started out playing the cello, but found the guitar via my rebellious non-classical interests, and it became an outlet to identify myself.
My name is Shane Blank. I play guitar and synth in the band, and I began playing guitar inspired initially because I saw a video of Lenny Kravitz, Galactic Bowling.
Damn.
And
That's awesome,
it deeply
Shane.
moved me as a 10-year-old to play the guitar. So that looked really cool.
My name's Ali Julene. I play bass in the band. Guitar is my primary instrument, but I'm playing bass for Thus Love. My grandpa, who's no longer with us, he gave me my first guitar. He was a rock and roller up in Minneapolis, and it's just something that's stuck with me and kind of has been like a leading light in my life. And I love bass also, just because it's something that people have asked me to play over time, and here I am.
What artists or cultural movements that you view as key influences to the band's distinctive sound?
I would definitely say the shift in the 16th century of orchestral music, when it started to become more popular for music to become purely instrumental and not associated with like a verbal story or opera. Although opera did sort of originate in that same segment of time or slightly before, but it was like parallel in Italy. But definitely, yeah, when elites would pay crazy random poor musicians who are really good to compose like really wild instrumental music where they could do whatever they wanted, then everyone else would be like, wow, yeah, music is crazy. You can do that. We've never heard it recorded before, or yeah, weird magical time. But anyways.
We all know the history of you releasing the songs during the pandemic and working together to make it happen. First as a trio, and now you are in a different time and position because you're finalizing the second album. What changes in the creative process from the beginning till now?
Honestly, personal interest, right? Like new people in the band means new backgrounds, new origin stories. We're still developing that relationship.
Yeah.
Like we definitely did that recording this record, which is now very close to done.
So Shane and I are new additions to this band. So this new record that's coming out, all these songs are from Echo, and it's been a really cool experience to come in. Shane and I are on the album as well, and there's been a lot of openness for us to hear the song ideas, interpret, give feedback, kind of work together to create, the original egg plopped out of Echo, and then, incubating it together, and you'll hear it later this year.
The egg comes out of you, and then we all sit on it.
That's right. But the real rock of the band is Lou here.
It's
Lou
true.
here.
The booties aren't shaking without Lou.
Exactly right.
What's the story behind the name Memorial? And is there any track that are more meaningful for you?
When we recorded Memorial, it really kind of felt like an ending to our band at the time, because it was a very confusing time in our lives, and it was like a really sad time in our lives too. Like a bunch of really close buddies passed away, my father passed away. It was just like back to back, you know what I mean? It was just like crazy. It was fucking crazy. We were all living together, and like COVID was a thing, and we were just like, damn, we're really just not gonna play anymore maybe. So this album felt like a conclusion, but then it came out really good.
How does the band view the relationship between the post-punk genre and exploration of identities, especially regarding to gender and sexuality?
Queerness is not genre defined.
Yeah.
Like it's a rectangle's not a square situation, you know?
There are no shapes.
Right.
It's literally just energy.
It is trans genre, you know, where it's like there's no specific movement that was like, yeah, that's it, right? It's throughout all of history, throughout every culture, throughout every genre of music, every scene, some more accepting than others, like there has been queer people.
I think the fact that there's 3 out of the 4 of us are queer just makes us a superpower.
If we have mutual life experiences, we are all individual and we're all different. And the point of carrying on a band for us is not to have it be based on our individual identities, whereas we are a group of musicians playing, right? And that is the focus of Thus Love. That's why we're doing it, is to make and play music. And that's why we'll continue to do it, and it gives us a lot emotionally, etc.
Tell us about the experience for playing in Brazil last year.
So good!
Dream come true.
Yeah, Shane unfortunately didn't come, but
I cannot wait to go to Brazil because I actually really love Brazilian music from like the 60s. Like Tropicalia music I love Arthur Verocai and Gal Costa.
Marcus Valle.
Marcus Valle, yeah. I can't wait to
Who
go.
we saw in Belém, we saw Marcus Valle.
We
and I
met
cried.
Marcus Valle.
We did meet him, and then we have a really
Absolute
funny photo
gentleman.
with him. But going
legend.
to Brazil, that was my first shows with the band. And it was like, not only to go to a country with such amazing and influential music, but the scene there and the music and the people.
It was like a life-affirming trip for the 3 of us, I think.
And we made so many new best friends. So
Yeah.
all of our friends who are there, if you see this, we love you. And we can't wait to see you again.
What's subject on the lyrics? Are you working on this new album? What do you want people to understand of this new music that you're working?
That there are 0 limitations,
Okay.
and that we will always be changing.
When you create something new, sometimes you say, no, this is for this love, or no, this is not.
I say yes, like that does happen, but more often than not, I'll just say I will write something, only speaking for myself, that would never be a Thus Love song. Like it's too funky or whatever, like doesn't fit, like not our thing, and then bring it to the group. Sure enough, becomes something beautiful that we all enjoy to play. So, and yeah, time and time again that's happened.
Everybody's talking about AI, and I want to know if you guys think that it can be used as a meaningful tool to create new music.
Exploitation is something that, again, it's like trans industry. It doesn't matter whether it's people or AI, but I think if there's not the same amount of organic care that people put in to make the things that we make, you will lose a lot of soul, right? Like you could have an AI write a really killer beat, yeah? But it's not going to be nearly as good as the beat that the guy in the bedroom with only one working speaker with the MPC sample and a wicked old Dell computer that his mom gave him. And like that beat is going to hit so much harder than anything that AI could do. I mean, it's just like, that is personal opinion.
I think that there's a potential for an emphasis on humanity in music. If AI were to create this whole industry of music where people are making music that is like ambient music, or just, and obviously not saying that, that stuff is not human, but I think if that was to be made by AI, maybe that people are going to be looking for something that is imperfect, right? That pop music has been over, many, many years, through computer and technology really become dry. Because it's just perfect. It all sounds so good, which is great, but also like it lacks certain, human texture, right? If AI was to be doing all that, maybe we could revert back to a time where like maybe people want to hear the mistakes and they might find that more exciting.
I think AI is going to happen. It's going to do what it's going to do. But as we see in like industry trends, people will always come back to what's human and organic. I think everything's gonna be okay.
Here from Brazil, everybody's worried about climate change, but we have a responsibility. You guys being in Belém, in the middle of the rainforest, you can feel there the strength of the nature and things like that.
Yes.
This environmental thing to Do you think not only on your individual lives, but do you think that as a musician, as an artist, it's important for you to enter into this segment as well?
Yeah, I mean, there's a myriad of ways to use our platform, and right now I think like self-education and building that platform are the main focuses. And you know, I think once we're in a place beyond now that we can make more of an impact, I think we definitely mean to, for sure. Yeah.
And it's funny,
Definitely.
living in Vermont. Vermont is a very green conscious
Talking about
place.
strength of nature, absolutely.
It's
right.
it is required by law to recycle your food scraps
Totally,
and compost.
This is my favorite aspect of living in Vermont, where it used to be a rainforest, right? It used to, that whole area of Earth was a temperate rainforest, right? Beautiful, thousands of years old trees and like ecosystems that we can't imagine now. There are illustrations of it, but there's still residual energy from that in that place, and you definitely can't kill it, but it would be cool to help in any way possible keep it alive.
Several bands pull out South by Southwest as the war, as the army, and some bands that I ask the same question say, no, we are already here, we have to play, people travel to see us play, and I want to ask you, how do you guys feel about that?
You know, there's a few different routes you can take. Deep respect for the bands who are pulling out. If we want to be here, we're here, we drove from Vermont, and we want to use this platform, this opportunity. You know, all the merch that we're selling, we're donating to Doctors Without Borders, and what's happening over in the Middle East right now. Crushing as an American, our tax dollars, to sit here and watch what's going on as people are dying in Palestine, and to be helpless, like, it's really hard and emotional, like, trying to use this platform. And
For better or for worse?
Yeah, for better or for worse, you know, we're ready to have these conversations.
On the road, they're having to kind of like have this discussion, and it basically came down to not only did coming to Austin to play these gigs get us not just the rest of the way through our tour, which is just going back home, but to just get home specifically. So that was kind of frustrating.
Kind of like singers.
And the other aspect is that our relationship with South by is a personal relationship, not with South by the festival, but somebody who works for them, right? So kind of calling out would be more a slap to the face to one specific person, right, where that relationship or that person who that relationship is with is not at fault for the considerations of why we leave. That was kind of the tipping point, but just to be abundantly clear, we do not stand for genocide. We are, I guess, stand for Israel and, free Palestine.
Thank you so much, everybody, for the interview. I really hope to see you in Brazil.